Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Bro You Haven't podcast with myself, the Leaning Tower of Excellence, Josh Aitken. JJ, is that a hidden blade in your pocket or are you just happy to see me harding? And of course, Adam Spicy Meatball Claydon. This week we're taking a trip to Renaissance Italy to talk about Assassin's Creed the Ezio collection.
Buongiorno!
Buongiorno, mio caros.
Straight in there with the fucking Italian, man.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
It's episode 6.
Episode 6. We've been doing this for Josh is reconnecting. Brilliant. We're off to a great start.
He was offended by our use of foreign language, so he's gone.
It's alright, I'll just be Josh for now. Hey, look at me. I'm just from Firenze, mate.
Kill monarchy! Right.
Alright. How's it going, Claudia?
Happening, bitch.
And we're off to another excellent start.
That's, mwah. Mamma mia, that's a good pizzeria.
Chef's kiss.
Bene, okay.
Bene.
It's beautifully sunny outside. I feel like I am basking in some Tuscan sunshine.
Oh, I know you're talking about me right now, Adam, and I really appreciate that, actually.
Busking in that Tuscan sausage.
Tuscan sausage.
And that is referencing you, JJ.
Oh.
He has been known as the Tuscan sausage by many a people.
The Tuscan pasty.
That's the Tuscan pasty.
Tuscan pasty.
Mamma mia, that's a good pie.
Jesus.
Imagine if New York was made up of Cornish people rather than Italian people, and everyone was just going, right, oh, you want some pasty?
Alright, boy. Mate, instead of all those pizzerias, they just have freaking pasty.
Pasterias.
Yeah, pasterias.
Paul Noon, bloody
Just
pasty.
bloody pasterias everywhere you go. Times Square, pasterias.
Times Square would just be a bloody farm, mate.
Pasty reels.
With some show cows.
So what's everyone been up to then?
I have been replaying the Assassin's Creed franchise, Ezio's.
Been doing his homework.
I've been doing my homework this week, guys. Thank you for the suggestion for this one. We had like 3 or 4 people saying for us to review Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, quite a few people asked.
Thank you to those. Bruno Suarez is one of them.
Doesn't he play for Chelsea?
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds a familiar name.
Shout out to you at home.
Casper Larson, he asked from Careless Life fitness channel on YouTube. He asked for Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yes.
Friend over in Sweden.
He was a handsome man. I was watching that, I was just like, wow.
Of course he's a handsome man, he is friends with me.
Have you seen How I Met Your Mother when they've got that... Barney's got that theory where if there's a group of people all together, they all look more attractive. Is that the one you're going for?
100%.
The mermaid effect. Oh no, the cheerleader effect. The cheerleader effect.
The mermaid one's when you know someone for too long.
I've watched season 1 of How I Met Your Mother and then stopped, so I don't know any of this. I think I know the cheerleader one.
Oh, I'm missing out.
I think I know that one, but...
It's good stuff that's probably going to get cancelled very soon because it's all very sexist, but...
Man, it really is. Mate, honestly, there's one thing that annoys me more than anything about How I Met Your Mother.
What's that?
Why didn't Ted go with Victoria? Jesus!
What one's Victoria?
She was the beautiful one.
Is she the one that goes to like Paris or something? And she's like she bakes cakes or something?
Yes, that's her. That's exactly her.
See, I do remember.
So, Mia Caros, have you guys played some Assassin's Creed this week?
No.
But they remember them all too well, which is why we're going to review them.
Let's be real here. Has there been any week that I've done research, bar week 1?
It's been a busy week, but I've got it all from memory from my childhood.
Yeah, me too. Kind of, probably. We'll find out.
Okay.
So, this week we're doing the Ezio Auditore
Collection.
Saga of Assassin's Creed.
Ezio Auditore di Firenze.
Di Firenze.
Ezio Auditore di Firenze.
Ezio Auditore.
Ezio Auditore di Firenze.
Do you guys know any Italian then?
Ciao bella.
Josh might know some by the end of this episode.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Whenever you go into Europe, guys, there's one phrase that everyone needs to know.
Okay.
And that is, can I have a beer?
which is
Io vorrei una birra.
Dos cerveza, por favor.
Slowly.
Io vorrei una birra.
Ina vorrei una birra.
Alright, mate. Can I have 2 pints of lager, mate?
Yeah, 2 pints of lager, mate. I'll do it in Mandarin for you if you want. You can try and copy that.
Oh, do it.
Go.
Do it.
我要一杯啤酒.
Oh, yeah. Ibe, picho.
There we go!
Yay!
Woo!
So, we're doing... Is it 2 Brotherhood and Revelations?
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
Because if we do all of them, we're wasting content. There's too many Assassin's Creed games now.
Yeah. And they're all different games, man.
There's lots of Assassin's Creed games, but there's only some that are proper Assassin's Creed games. And these are the proper Assassin's Creed games.
In terms of like the Desmond thing, how does this one begin?
In terms of Desmond?
Like this, how does the story begin? I can't remember. He escapes like
Yeah, he gets busted out by a double agent who's working for Abstergo, Lucy, and then he escapes from there, and they get taken to like a secret kind of flat.
He's in like the back of a van or something at the start.
Yeah, he gets shoved in the back of a van, and then
they get taken from one secret warehouse to another secret warehouse.
To another secret warehouse.
Do you know that Lucy was played by Christian Bell
Shut up.
of Frozen fame?
Of Good Place acclaim.
Shut up.
I didn't know that. That's actually a really good fact.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Who voiced Desmond? Was it Nolan North or Troy Baker?
Let me tell you.
Is it Nolan or Troy?
Let me tell you. I got this.
It's actually Ted Mosby.
Yeah, Ted Mosby does
His
it.
name is Roger Craig Smith. And do you know who else he played?
Who?
Sonic the Hedgehog since 2010.
No way.
Yes. Yeah.
That was Mario you did there, Adam. That wasn't Sonic.
So Sonic the Hedgehog is escaping in a van, and he gets in the animus stuff. We suddenly wake up in Renaissance Italy.
Italy.
And you're a mad shagger of a man.
Oh, he's a shagaholic.
He bangs.
There's Tig old biddies right from the offset.
The game gets kicked off with like I feel you're not in like a street fight with a local tough.
Vincenzi?
Don't remember who it is now.
Vinici?
You're in Venice, and it's very much like a Romeo and Juliet-esque brawl with Mercutio battling Tybalt.
Yeah, it's that vibe, eh?
Yeah.
It's got that vibe.
He's from a powerful Templar family, which you discover later on.
Ezio's from a powerful assassin's family.
Yeah, but he is cheating on Ezio's sister, isn't he?
Yeah.
As in the baddie. So you have to go beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah,
which feels pretty good.
It's your sister Claudia,
I quite like that opening sequence. Claudia.
and then your fucking family gets brutally hung.
Decimated, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. Well,
What's it for? What is it? Why did they get hung again? I forget.
because they're conspiring assassins.
That's
And
that. Okay.
The people who hung them are Templars.
That old classic.
That old chestnut reminds me of a time when my family were nearly hung for being assassins.
And who? And who were they killing?
The English.
The English. The throne! The damn throne!
Back in Braveheart times.
The people intruding on my swamp.
So, Assassin's Creed, boys.
I think the first thing we need to talk about with this game is the world. It was one of the first open world games that had a realistic setting that was almost identical to real life cities.
Yeah.
Fat effort went into Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Not just the recent ones, not just the Ezio, but the Altair as well. They based Damascus off maps 1,000 years old. They based it street by street as it would have been at the time, which is the amount of effort that Ubisoft went into to do that is incredible, really.
Fucking nerds.
It is really incredible.
Fucking squares.
What a bunch of dweebs.
Ubisoft. Not like those chads at fucking Treyarch, eh?
Those chads at Santa Monica Studios talking about God of War, baby.
Copying maps.
Come up with your own maps.
I remember as a kid going on a family holiday to Rome, and knowing
I'm Adam. I've got money.
Did you win that in a game show? Did you win that on Bullseye?
Bullseye, golden balls.
Golden balls.
You've won a speedboat.
No, I remember walking around and actually knowing my way around just from playing the game. It was incredible. I was
Really?
just like,
So it does work. There's a few people who've told me that, actually.
genuinely does work, and it's so.
There's the one and only life skill Adam has.
Is it the ability to know my way around cities and games?
Renaissance Venice.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, so that's my bit done. Someone else talk now.
So, Adam, did you find any assassin's tombs to collect the armor of Altair while you were there?
Unfortunately not, no. I was probably about 7, so I wasn't on the hunt.
Mate, that's exactly what I'd be doing.
In a weird way, I did actually do some form of research for this.
Ooh.
He's learning each week, guys. He's getting a little bit more self-sufficient each
Right?
time.
That's like I'm like AI. Every week I learn a little bit more how to function.
He's beginning to believe.
He thinks he's real. No, I did research rather than on the games on like real life, like assassin, like governmental,
Ooh.
like specifically like the CIA and like their kind of branch of assassination and stuff. But you know, we can get to that.
We can get to all that later.
Yeah, we usually do a game first, weird bits later thing.
Yeah,
don't
start weak, end strong.
we? So, the gameplay. Who doesn't love parkour? I think this game made me try some things that I eventually got injured doing.
There's been many games that have done that for me. Leisure Suit Larry, Leisure
Suit
Larry.
Oh, the dirtiest point and click adventure game ever made.
Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, because before they made Assassin's Creed, they were making the Prince of Persia games.
Great games.
The great games. They were sort of also parkour-esque games, but they said Assassin's Creed 1 was supposed to be another Prince of Persia game. But they thought, we've done too many, so let's just rebrand it completely. And that's sort of how Assassin's Creed came into being.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Like, I feel like Prince of Persia's like free running was closer to that of like Uncharted, where it wasn't so much free running; it was just climbing mechanics. But
it was guided. It was guided climbing. It was the whole highlighted kind of. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, I was saying like Assassin's Creed, there's a lot of freedom. There's first thing to do a lot of freedom.
I feel like the climbing in since Assassin's Creed.
I'm still here, by the way. Sorry, I've just updated a reply to a text.
I got a text.
After Revelations, I actually think overall the climbing gets worse somehow.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
There's not many towers on boats, are there?
Assassin's Creed 3, other than the tree climbing, which they added in Assassin's Creed 3, that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think it got worse by Assassin's Creed.
Black Flag is by far the best Assassin's Creed in my opinion. We can talk about it in another episode, but it's my favourite one.
No.
But I agree with you, I think it's the best, but my favourite is Brotherhood.
Yes.
It was such an improvement on 2.
I see, to me, Brotherhood always felt just like an add-on.
Nah, it wasn't.
No.
I think, yeah, I think in my head it's because, like, it's a similar setting, and that kind of, like, if I went back and played it, I probably wouldn't think that, but I think at the time I was used to playing a game, and then the sequel would be, like, completely new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. I know. I agree with you there. But the thing is, it's a hell of a lot bigger.
Yeah.
They add maps onto Venice, so there's stuff around it. There's gameplay improvements, which are amazing. The main story that's actually quite short, but they added meaningful, impactful side quests, which I absolutely loved. And getting the Romulus armor.
Yes, yeah.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I remember getting that.
Yeah, that was sick with the fur. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's something
cool.
I feel
like
like has kind of been dropped in games, like because I was always chasing the armors, you know.
Yeah, like the cool kind of like custom armor kind of things.
Yeah.
That was quite cool.
I know you get the Valkyrie armor in God of War, but it didn't feel like the same thing.
No, yeah, I know. I get what you mean.
With regards to the combat, obviously the parkour and the climbing and the jumping off buildings is so fucking cool, and that's probably the biggest impact that's had on the rest of gaming.
Yeah, true.
Itself is the free running, but the combat is actually it's a lot of button mashing.
Just spam counterattack
Counterattack all the way.
Just spam counter. It's spamming one button.
The stats of the weapons didn't mean shit because of the counter technique.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even use a sword. I would just use my 2 hidden blades.
Oh
the whole
no!
time.
Oh, that makes me cringe.
You know what I used to do? I used to go in unarmed and like counter and disarm them, kill them with their own weapon, and then drop it. And I'd just do that for every person.
Love that so much.
That right there, that's an Assassin's Creed Brotherhood thing, not two.
Okay. See, I get them confused. Because they're so damn similar, JJ.
They are very bloody similar. Yeah, but like, it's not an Assassin's Creed sequel. It's an Assassin's Creed 2 sequel, if that makes sense.
Wait, what one's the one? Is Brotherhood the one where you start in the castle and it's getting attacked by the cannon? That was
the one.
Brotherhood's my favourite out of the Ezio trilogy.
Good lad. Good answer. Correct
Where you
answer.
you can fucking customise your little town and shit.
Yeah, and your colours of your robes.
Yeah, and the colours of your robes, yeah.
That was the first customization they had, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Did you guys customise your robes, or did you leave them? Did you leave them red and white, the classic?
From memory, I think I did a couple of times. I think I probably went black, but...
See, I went a different colour, literally only because in Brotherhood you can summon assassins, and they wear like the same robes as you. So I was like, mate, I want to be the elite. I want to be the boy. Never mind copying these lads. You
got the Power Rangers colours. You're all in different. You're in pink and orange and green and
yeah, baby. That horrible yellow and red combination.
Was Brotherhood or was it Revelations the one you could like recruit people and like send them on like their own little missions?
Brotherhood and Revelations.
And Revelations, yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like a little side feature.
Revelations was a whole new map.
Yeah, because you went and to find fucking Altair's body or something.
Yeah, it was about because Ezio had been. His whole life was all about the assassins. I mean, he even like bunged off romances for it, like Katarina. Yeah, Katarina or Christina. In Assassin's Creed 2, he bums her off, doesn't he?
What's the full thing with and like you're following Ezio and then he like bangs that woman? No, not Ezio. Altair. Then he like bangs a woman. What is that shit? I can't remember. Is that like it's like
that was in the second one because they were trying to say that
they're all related.
Oh, the Templars and the Assassins were interrelated.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Ah.
So it was a bit of a Romeo and Juliet thing with
I understand.
That's the running theme.
Well, it's a theme later on in the Assassin's Creed games because you start playing as Templars at like a point, and then it kind of the sides get muddled because then the assassins become kind of like the bad guys at points.
That Assassin's Creed Rogue. You completely play as a Templar. It's because they have similar goals, the Assassins and the Templars. They just got different ways of doing it.
That's mad alien technology.
Yeah.
I love how
the orb, the apple of Eden.
They pulled a fucking Indiana Jones and the crystal skull on us, man.
Literally.
It's aliens. Always been aliens.
That little cheeky Assassin's Creed theme. Love it. I love that theme.
JJ, you had like a challenge for me. Let's do that.
You want to do that? You want to do that right now?
I just want to know what it is. Is really.
We'll save it. We'll save it for 10 minutes.
We'll save
Okay, we'll save it. We'll just.
For me, boys, and you're not gonna like this. The Assassin's Creed games died when Desmond died.
No, I think they got better.
Actually, I'm glad they got rid of Desmond, but I am sad that you don't play as Ezio anymore.
No, the Desmond thing, like I remember getting each one every year. That's the main thing. They churn them out every year. It's too many games. But I remember playing as a kid and like you following Desmond through, and all I was thinking in my head is, oh my god, we're gonna have like a New York styled Assassin's Creed game with Desmond at the helm.
That would have been cool.
Oh, you'd want that? Oh no, God no.
Or like a plot to kill the president or something like that. Or like it turns out the president's a Templar.
Desmond with a bit of personality, maybe.
But it didn't happen because they just killed him off. And then we just go back to Greece or we go back to Vikings or we go back to this. It's just like, oh, where haven't we been?
I'm so excited for Valhalla.
Oh yeah, same,
oh me too. I'm Viking
But
mad.
it's not an Assassin's Creed game with the same sort of style. It's a different game. It's a great game.
That's true.
But it's a different game.
True.
But that's the thing. They had to start changing it up because the formula was getting so fucking boring, man.
Yeah,
like,
no, I agree. Okay,
the games were all so similar. You know what I mean?
I know. I do get what Adam means though. Like
the feeling
it doesn't
died.
feel the
No,
same.
yeah.
They're still good, but it's just not Assassin's Creed in the way that I knew it as a kid.
Well, I like that there's not so much of like a switching between the modern world and the as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
In the newer ones, so I'm playing Odyssey at the moment.
Yeah,
that's the Greece one, isn't it?
Yeah, but they focus on like you know the ancient civilization.
Yes.
Okay, and the humans were created by them to be like slaves.
Yes.
They focus more on like them as a people. So what you basically figure out is that almost all the gods, like throughout history, from all different types of pantheons or whatever, they're all actually the higher form of the original Prometheans. It's quite cool. It is quite cool.
See, that's more interesting than fucking Desmond cutting about in grey warehouses, struggling with
grey
other
tracksuits.
You know what I mean? That's infinitely more interesting than that.
No, I get that. But I just thought there could have been more of a through line. But I'm not saying the games now aren't great. I've played Origins is excellent. The combat style is completely different. They change it all. It's all leveling.
Mate. I actually the sneaking in the new game I think can fuck off. I don't like even if somebody is like one level, because they have a leveling system now, which is something they never had before.
It's more like The Witcher now. They've just took a lot from The Witcher with the new ones.
But The Witcher's phenomenal. So
yeah, no, definitely. I'm not saying that they're not unwarranted in that, but like it's very obvious. I feel with a lot of it that it's taken from The Witcher.
Yeah, The Witcher, Horizon Zero Dawn. It's very that kind of thing. Pokemon, yeah. If I have a grass type sword against a ground type bloody guard,
you would fucking win because grass beats ground.
You fuck them up.
I'm just super fucking. I've got to a point now with games where just like I used to love stealth in games, just generally, and now I just cannot. I just don't have the patience for it anymore.
Just gonna plow through hundreds of enemies.
Like, man, I just go loud now in like every game. Like, think about when we played Payday 2.
Fuck, that one evening we played Payday 2.
That one game of Payday 2 we had.
I'm so glad I didn't spend my money on that.
Yeah, it was
because
shit.
You guys
it was
bought
really
it once,
shit.
Never played it again.
It's also on the gate. It's also on PS Now.
Do you know what? We spent more time doing the tutorial than we did actually playing the game.
That tutorial was hell.
It went on for so long.
Do you guys remember the enemies from like Assassin's Creed?
You get the big beefy guys, don't you?
Yeah, you always get the big beefy dudes.
Oh no, I'm on about like the characters, like the Templars.
Yeah. I remember my favourite moment was fist fighting the Pope in the Vatican. I think it was the Pope or the potential Pope.
Yeah, nice.
No,
that's when he's got the staff in Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah.
That was a great moment.
Well, that's sick because he's got the Staff of Eden, and that's that's a Promethean like artifact, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's corrupted everyone, and suddenly he's able to like control people's minds.
It's pretty awesome.
I quite like though these games. Although they're based in religious, historical sort of backgrounds, I find it's more philosophical than religious.
Mio Dio. Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? True. It's not Bible bashing, literally. Yeah. It's more about the ideology behind the different sides, the Templars and the Assassins.
It's picking it apart and kind of making a kind of a new reality of it, like what could be or what could have been. Do
you remember Cesare Borgia? Do you remember him?
Borgia, I remember Borgia.
Borgia, yeah.
Oh, and the final fight and the big spoiler scat. Scooby bat bat bat.
Oh, come on! If they've not played it by now.
Oh, mate, when you're fighting him in that burning tower at the end, it's just sword on sword.
Yeah.
There's no countering on that battle. He fucks you up.
He does fuck you up, man.
And then he does the whole thing. He says the Nazgul thing, doesn't he? He's like, "No man can kill me." And he's like,
Hi,
how about,
guys.
how about gravity? Push.
Sadly, there was no barrel of hay at the bottom of that fall. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. But
there's bales of hay, man.
Suspend disbelief.
I wonder if anyone tried it in real life after those games came out.
I'm sure someone probably died doing that.
Do you reckon he got like licked by many horses, like while he was hiding in them?
That's a fucking odd question, man.
He lands in it, and the guy just goes, "Oi, this is my barrel of hay."
Asking for a friend. Oh yeah, jumps in. There's somebody else in there. Like you waiting for the horses too? You're waiting for the horsini. Get out of my face, you freak.
There's no way I'm sharing this basket of hay. Give us a nay, JJ. Give us a nay.
Oh, you want a nay? I'll give you a nay.
Fuck.
That's pretty good. Calm down, bitch.
You learnt that doing an Amdram production of Warhorse, didn't you?
Dracula, actually, but not far off.
an Amdram production of Big Mama's House.
An Amdram production of How I Met Your Mother, the musical.
How I Met Your Mother, the musical.
Planet of the Apes, the musical. Dr. Seuss, Dr. Seuss.
Thanks, Dr. Seuss.
You finally made a monkey out of me.
Can I play the piano anymore? Well, of course you can. Well, I couldn't before.
Anyway.
Quick, he's about to escape. Get your paws off me, you dirty ape.
Yeah, I want to know my challenge. What's this message? Can I open it now?
Yes. Yeah, alright. Yeah, right now. So,
I'll open it, but talk me through it.
Okay, so, Josh has said in the past that his accent adds 10% to his charm. And I think we can all agree that Ezio Auditore da Firenze has a similar effect.
Oh, God.
Now, let's see if we can combine the two together. I have sent Josh some Italian phrases for him to read.
Ezio eight Cantore di Kilmarnock.
I've not given him the translations. And Adam, feel free to guess what you're saying, if you like.
Yeah, I'll try.
I have the document in my hands.
Okay, so am I saying these in my own accent?
Well, yeah, hopefully.
I didn't know if you wanted me to try and do like an Italian accent.
Oh, why don't
You read them however you feel like reading.
I'll do it in my accent, and then Adam has to, then you have to do it in an Italian accent.
I'll do it. I'll do Ezio's voice when I read him back.
Messere.
Yep, perfect. Messere, which means Adam.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
Messere. It means Mister.
Signore.
Second one, Josh.
Okay, hold on. Perdonate, buon signore.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, good sir.
Yeah, forgive me, kind sir. Jesus Christ, this is going well.
What, did you expect this to go worse?
Oh no, I just expected it more Scottish.
Right, okay. What do you want me to Scottish it up?
You do you, man.
Okay. This next one's hard. I don't know how to say this next one. Rotten cholo.
Rotten culo.
I didn't think it would be rotten. That because in my head,
rotten.
I was going to say rotten colo.
A broken heart.
Oh, you're not far off with broken heart, Adam. It's a cocksucker. Rotten culo.
I'm going to use that one.
Learned that from Assassin's Creed, ladies and gentlemen. Next
there
one.
There you go. Mio caro.
Mio caro. Which means?
I don't know, friend?
My darling.
My darling.
Which is quite a sweet one, actually.
Più parlare lentamente.
Yeah.
Was that spot on?
Può ballare lentamente.
I'm so happy that you thought I would be worse at this than I am. I'm so happy.
I didn't hear it.
It's just my head is growing exponentially.
What have I done?
You've given me a new skill that I didn't know I had.
Può parlare lamentare.
Okay.
Amore
mio.
I can barely hear you. What is it? What's it mean?
Sorry. It means, could you speak more slowly?
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, lentamente. Yeah, slowly. Yeah.
Lentamente.
I thought it was something to do with like breath mints.
Mentamente.
Lentamente.
Okay.
Mio Dio.
I'm gonna like read the next two because they're quite short, so I'll just read them like fast. Amore mio, come si chiama lei?
Fuck off. Fuck off, Josh. Just fuck off.
My love. What's your name?
Yeah, perfect, Adam.
Yeah.
My love, what's your name?
If we've got any Italian listeners, tell me how perfect I am.
Perfetto.
Here we are, butchering Italian. All three of us.
Speak for yourself. Okay.
How dare
What's
you?
the next one? Mi dispiace, ma non parlo bene l'italiano.
I'm sorry, but I don't speak very good Italian.
Yeah, I don't speak Italian.
My bad, I don't speak Italian.
Mi dispiace, ma non parlo bene italiano. I'm sorry, I don't speak Italiano very well. Italiano.
Italiano very well.
Strameledeto.
Stremeledeto, which means
Well, that sounds wanking.
fucking.
Yeah,
Close, man.
Pretty similar.
so close.
Close.
Well,
that was pretty good.
Technically, you're fucking yourself if you have a wank. Okay, this next one I feel...
Read it, Josh.
I'm talking to
Fucking read
JJ here. JJ e affascinante. I love that's the one that I fucked up. JJ e affascinante. JJ's a fascist.
JJ affascinante, which means JJ is attractive.
Oh, he's an attractive fascist.
You looked that up.
Yeah, I did. I just wanted you to say it. I just wanted to hear it once.
This last one's long, man.
This is a classic Assassin's Creed line.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like I'm going to get it wrong.
You'll be fine.
It's one word in it that I know how to say, but I also can't. I'm like second guessing it, so I'm going to get it wrong.
Okay, do it.
Compio questo sacrificio per il bene superior. Requiesca in pace. Un attimo.
Oh, not bad. Not a terrible effort. Okay, this is the classic. This is Ezio.
Yeah,
so
go for it. You give me it. You'll know it.
I'm gonna try my best Ezio here. Compio questo sacrificioso per il bene superiore. Requiescat in pace.
This is what he says when he kills people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the rest in peace thing.
It's one of them.
Rest in peace, basically. Yeah.
It's
Thank you for your sacrifice and.
I'll make this sacrifice for the greater good. Rest in peace.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Crusty jugglers.
Well, sorry guys, that wasn't very funny.
Get it up, you.
Fuck you. It's alright.
Come back next week when we do Swahili.
And it's super racist.
God damn it. So it turns out Scottish and Italian is a pretty fucking sexy combination when it works.
The road to car, isn't it? It's the road to car.
Rote cars. That's why I can do German. I can do German in my own accent. Like I don't need to change my accent to like be understandable in German because of the rote cars. Very similar.
Decent, mate.
Bro, you haven't,
Okay. Does anyone want to hear my research that I did?
Please,
Yes.
please.
So these are real life Ezios, but probably
Kind of.
probably with 90% less charm, 100% more brutality. In brackets, American.
So all of this research was done by accident, and I forgot that I did it. Basically, I was in bed the other day, and down a YouTube hole, and I was watching.
So you did the research by accident.
Basically, I was just watching videos, and then one of them came up, and it was a woman that wrote a book on.
Even when he's doing something right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not on purpose.
Exactly, and that's how you become a cool kid like me.
All those cool cats and kittens.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue.
Killed her husband, whacked him. Basically, this woman, right? She wrote a book about the kind of the CIA kind of and the US government kind of protocol for like assassinating people. And
interesting.
it just so happens that I remember what she was talking about. And
Is she an assassin?
no, she isn't, but she met a lot of them and interviewed them.
Is she Carol Baskin?
Carol Baskin is a direct descendant of Ezio. Killed her husband. Requiescat in pace.
Requiescat cat the pat.
Tell us about this lady then.
Yeah, okay. So basically, she was telling a story about, like, do you know that all presidents, like, from like World War II onwards, have had like an official like what would you call it? Like bureau or like cabinet of sorts for like assassinations, and they've all had like different names because they need to change the name every time. I can't to do like secrecy and shit. I think it was what president was it? Would it have been Eisenhower? I don't know if that was after the Second World War, but it was like not long after the Second World War, and his bureau for like assassinations was literally called the Health Alteration Bureau.
The Health Alteration Bureau.
Yeah, man.
How much more obvious do you have to get?
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna need the cleaners.
Ronald Reagan's was Reagan's was what was it? Preemptive neutralization unit.
Preemptive neutralization unit.
I don't know if it was unit, but it was preemptive neutralization was like the name of it.
Jesus, that's like something from Fallout.
I know, right?
I'm just imagining like a meeting and they're all sitting around and there's just like the kid who's on an internship in the corner just puts his hand up and goes, I've got an idea what we can call it. What about the preemptive neutralization unit?
What about the preemptive neutralization unit?
How about we call it Boaty McBoatface?
I'm sorry, that's just my son. He's here with me on work experience.
He's not even allowed in here.
We're gonna have to have him whacked.
Somebody call in the Health Alteration Society.
Yeah, he's the first one to get killed. The son.
It's crazy though, man, because these assassin dudes, man, they're like all the CIA kind of like operators and assassins. They're all like scary good at killing people. You know what I mean? They're like, and they don't even mind doing it. Like they like their job. Like she was saying, like she's interviewed them, and whenever there's like a conflict, like because like your CIA assassins and all that, that's like your tertiary option apparently in the US kind of policy. So it's like they'll try diplomacy, and then if diplomacy fails, they'll go like full blown. They'll go to war, and then only when that fails will they start sending these dudes in. But you're just kind of like, these guys are like the best trained killers in the world. Surely you'd do that before war. You know what I mean? Surely you'd be like
better than the Novichok ones in Salisbury.
Yeah.
Where they go, that? We just went to go and see the cathedral. These two ex-Russian spies.
Salisbury has one. Salisbury is most beautiful cathedral I have ever seen in my life.
It's really close to the Stonehenge.
It's really close. The man we killed is buried here. I mean, the man we don't know is buried here.
Visit the British Sainsbury's.
Oh, I've heard it's 3 packets of sweets for £1. It's very good.
Do you know what the official motto for that branch of like the CIA was called back in the day? I don't think it's called it anymore.
Kill him dead.
It was close enough. It was surprise, kill, vanish. Surprise, kill, vanish.
Oh my god, no. Surprise, kill, vanish. The Neutralization Society.
Welcome to Fat Fighters.
Welcome to Political Assassination Society.
Sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
Sorry, could you speak in Morse, please, so no one can understand what you're saying? Thank you. Do you have any assassin films you might recommend?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah, go on.
What's it called? I think it's on Netflix. It's either called The Hunt or The Hunter or Hunted. Ooh. It's Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro.
Oh, okay.
And, Benicio del Toro is like an assassin, like an old head kind of assassin, and he's been like killing like deer hunters like out in the middle of the woods, like out in the middle of like Appalachian woods, like murdering deer hunters, man. And like Tommy Lee Jones is like the kind of grizzled kind of FBI agent or whatever, and he's like sent into the woods to track him down.
Let's track this guy down.
It's pretty fucking good, man.
I like the Bourne Identity films. He's an assassin, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's an assassin.
Yeah,
That's like a kind of
Matt Damon at his best.
Yeah, they're good movies, man.
Wanted. What do you think about Wanted?
Yeah, I quite like Wanted, man. It's a bit high concept, but
I mean, the curving bullets is a bit goofy, but it's really good. I like how ugly they make it as well. They're not shy about showing some ugly like camera shots and all that, which is nice.
Yeah,
nice
rugged.
The Assassin's Creed movie, though, Michael Fassbender.
Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Apparently, he'd never seen it. He'd never heard of the games until he got the role. He was like the only person in the world.
He's been in Fable. Like, how have you not?
I know exactly. I know.
What?
Terrible movie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you didn't like it, Josh?
I didn't watch all of it. I watched enough of it to know that I didn't
good.
need to watch all of it. I didn't like it, man.
I have to admit, I liked the bit set in the past. I liked the first bit when it was set then and there. I was a bit like, ugh, but it picked up. I ended up liking it. In the end.
Don't want a movie that picks up. I want a movie that grips me within the first 5 minutes. If the first scene sucks, I'm not watching the rest, man.
Mate, you must have not watched a lot of films.
I force myself through a lot.
That's why our podcast always starts off so well, because we grip you from the start.
Do you guys think you could assassinate someone, and if so, how would you do it?
Wait, when?
Let me give you a scenario. And you tell me this is going to be just off the cuff, but it's a competition.
This is going to be off the air if it goes too far.
I'll give you. This is your mission if you choose to accept it, right? And whoever gives me the best pitch and how they would complete it. Okay. So the contract is you have an invitation to. You'll recognise this, JJ. You'll definitely recognise this, to a lavish dinner party. The target. Every single guest, but no guest can know.
Oh, no.
No guest. None of the guests can know
then there were none.
who the killer is.
Shit.
Can know who the killer is.
But the killer's us. Oh no.
You are the saboteur.
I would pull some Villanelle-esque stuff.
Right.
Killing Eve and just run around with little needles and just go to everyone without them even realising they're all bleeding to death. That's what she does, isn't it? She does it in that guy's leg in Killing Eve. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
I've not seen it.
How much tech have we got on us?
As much as you own right now, it has to be something you own or you could acquire, right now.
Something I just have.
Either something you have or something you could acquire.
Well, I'll just use my grenade launcher then.
Is that what you call your penis?
Every day.
What do you think, JJ? You look like you're locked in thought here.
I'm sorry. Okay. Here's one. If I'm just using what I got on me, all right. Get everybody really fucking drunk, really drunk. Okay.
Yes.
I'm there for the party.
Then, oh mate, this is fucked up. What's my brain? No, hang on. I'm scared of myself here. And then I'd say, hey guys, why don't we play some hide and seek?
Ah.
All right, and I will, when they do the whole, how do we decide who's on? And I'll just be like, do you know what? I'll be on, because I suggested it. It's not very fair. I'll take one for team. And then while they're all hiding, I'd go round the mansion, and as soon as I find somebody, stab them in the neck. And
oh,
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to know how I would do it? I would just get like a lot of painkillers and just crush them up and put them in the wine.
You have to use a lot of painkillers though.
Yeah, when I say a lot of painkillers, I mean a lot. Like 100 codeine tablets crushed up.
Do you have that on you? Your rules.
I have a lot of painkillers because I had a back injury a while ago and they plied me with painkillers and I ended up not taking most of them.
Talking about painkillers, boys, JJ already knows this already, but today was the day when we can finally say to Clembo, bro, you haven't got any balls.
No way.
This is not a good thing, Adam. You genuinely have upset me. If you'd have just disciplined him, he wouldn't have been humping anything, and he would have kept his bald.
But anyway, he's drugged up downstairs at the moment, so I need to go and give him some water to Wake him up in a minute.
Oh.
He's been flopped out in the cone of shame.
I need to give him some coffee in a bowl.
Assassin's Creed out of 10, man. Like Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, of course.
Nostalgia, it would be a 10 out of 10.
Adam, how many spaghetti and meatballs out of 10?
How many are you putting in the bowl, Adam?
I'm gonna put a good 9 meatballs and 9 strands of spaghetti.
Wow, that's a spicy meatball.
In my beautiful bowl of meatballs.
JJ, how many cholera-infested street grandmothers out of 10?
Bubonic plague ladies.
I'm gonna give it a 2. Brings it down to an 8.
Awesome.
Brotherhood's a 10. Revelations is a 9. And 2's a 7.
I will give it a 7.5 mute Italian plumbers out of 10.
Yo!
Yeah.
It's a pizza pie.
Okay, so I hope I don't butcher this, boys, but I'm gonna say bye-bye in Italian.
Here we go.
Grazie per l'accasto. Non dimenticate di seguire Twitter e Instagram @BroYouHaven'tPod. Buonanotte, amici.
Arrivederci.
That was so seductive.
And lead us on. Next week, boys, what are we doing?
Talking about
Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
Ba-na-na-na.
How does a
I was
bastard?
born in the eye of the hurricane. Rise up.
I was rapping about being a president in the US.
Rise up.
Rise up.
Rise up.
Rise up.
Skabba-da-boop-ba-ba. Okay, this will be good fun. Guys, if you haven't seen it, it's on Disney+. Watch it before next week, because we're all going to have lots to say. Lots to say about this fantastic little musical.
And also me.
Okay, yeah, because Josh needs to do his homework. Arrivederci.
Buonasera, ragazzi.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
And stop recording now.
Thank you for listening to the Bro You Haven't podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram @BroYouHaven'tPod for updates on future episodes and more. If you like this week's episode, you can catch our other episodes on Spotify, Acast, Podbean, and YouTube. On behalf of myself, Adam, and Josh, have a lovely week. Goodbye.